Welcome to our journey into the world of spiritual alchemy. Today we'll explore the profound symbolism behind the 7 planetary metals and how they relate to our spiritual development. Alchemy has often been misunderstood as merely the pursuit of turning base metals into gold. However, with spiritual alchemy, there is a deeper, more esoteric meaning. Spiritual alchemy is about the transformation of the soul and the refinement and development of character. It's an inner journey towards enlightenment, where the alchemist or seeker undergoes a profound personal evolution. In alchemical traditions, the processes and symbols of alchemy are metaphors for spiritual growth and development. Each step in the alchemical process represents a stage in the transformation of the self. Central to this journey are the 7 planetary metals, each associated with a different planet and carrying specific qualities and spiritual lessons. These planetary metals illustrate the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual realms. By understanding these metals and their symbolism, we can gain insights into our own spiritual path. Let's begin our exploration of these metals starting with lead, the metal of Saturn. Our journey into spiritual alchemy begins with lead, the metal associated with Saturn. In alchemy, lead represents the starting point of transformation, the base and heaviest of metals. Lead symbolizes the material world, limitations, and the initial stage of our spiritual journey. It's heavy, dense, and represents the aspects of our lives that weigh us down, our fears, doubts, and material attachments. In the context of spiritual alchemy, lead represents the burdens and challenges we face. These are the aspects of our existence that we must confront and overcome to progress spiritually. Saturn, often depicted with the scythe and hourglass, symbolizes time, discipline, and the inevitability of change. It teaches us about the importance of structure, patience, and the passage of time in our spiritual growth. To transform lead, we must first acknowledge and accept our limitations. This is a process of self-reflection and honesty, where we confront the base elements within ourselves. In alchemy, the transformation of lead into gold symbolizes the purification and elevation of the soul. It's a journey from the mundane to the divine, from darkness to light. This transformation requires patience, discipline, and the willingness to change. Just as lead must undergo intense processes to become gold, we too must endure and grow through our experiences. Lead, as the beginning of the alchemical process, reminds us that every journey starts with a single step. It's the foundation upon which we build our spiritual edifice. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of lead in Saturn, we prepare ourselves for the transformative journey ahead. We learn to see our limitations not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth. Our journey continues with tin, the metal associated with Jupiter. In alchemy, tin represents expansion, wisdom, and the growth of consciousness. Tin symbolizes the qualities of Jupiter, benevolence, abundance, and the pursuit of higher knowledge. It signifies the expansion of our spiritual awareness and the broadening of our horizons. In the context of spiritual alchemy, tin encourages us to seek wisdom and knowledge. This stage of the journey is about exploring new ideas, embracing different perspectives, and expanding our understanding of the world and of ourselves. Jupiter, often depicted with a lightning bolt and an eagle, symbolizes power, authority, and spiritual elevation. It teaches us to aspire for greatness and to strive for enlightenment through wisdom. To embrace the symbolism of tin, we must open our minds to new possibilities. This involves a conscious effort to learn and grow, to question our assumptions, and to seek deeper truths. In alchemy, the transformation involving 10 represents the broadening of our spiritual perspective. It's a journey from narrow-mindedness to open-mindedness, from ignorance to wisdom. This stage of the alchemical process requires us to cultivate curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. Just as 10 is lighter and more expansive than lead, so we too must become more open and expansive in our thinking. 10, as a part of the alchemical journey, reminds us that growth and wisdom come from expanding our consciousness. It's about embracing change and seeking out new experiences that enrich our spiritual path. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of 10 and Jupiter, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. We learn that the true wisdom comes from continuous learning and the expansion of our spiritual and intellectual horizons. Our alchemical journey now brings us to iron, the metal associated with Mars. In alchemy, iron represents strength, courage, and the will to overcome obstacles. Iron symbolizes the qualities of Mars: aggression, energy, and assertiveness. It signifies the inner strength and courage needed to face and conquer the challenges on our spiritual path. In the context of spiritual alchemy, iron encourages us to develop our inner warrior. This stage of the journey is about harnessing our personal power, building resilience, and taking decisive action. Mars, often depicted with a spear and shield, symbolizes conflict, protection, and the warrior spirit. It teaches us the importance of defending our values and standing strong in the face of adversity. To embrace the symbolism of iron, we must cultivate our strength and bravery. This involves confronting our fears, taking risks, and persevering through difficulties. In alchemy, the transformation involving iron represents the refinement of our inner strength. It's a journey from raw energy to focused power, from chaos to order. This stage of the alchemical process requires us to channel our energy constructively. Just as iron is forged and tempered into steel, we too must temper our will and resolve. Iron, as part of the alchemical journey, reminds us that true strength comes from within. It's about building a solid foundation of courage and determination that can withstand any storm. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of iron and Mars, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges head-on. We learn that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it through strength and resilience. Our journey now brings us to copper, the metal associated with Venus. In alchemy, copper represents love, beauty, and harmony, essential qualities for spiritual growth. Copper symbolizes the qualities of Venus: attraction, compassion, and the nurturing of relationships. It signifies the importance of cultivating love and harmony within ourselves and with others. In the context of spiritual alchemy, copper encourages us to develop our capacity for love and compassion. This stage of the journey is about creating balance and beauty in our lives and nurturing our connections with others. Venus, often depicted with a dove and a rose, symbolizes peace, love, and the aesthetic appreciation of life. It teaches us to embrace beauty and foster harmonious relationships. To embrace the symbolism of copper, we must open our hearts to love and beauty. This involves practicing kindness, empathy, and finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. In alchemy, the transformation involving copper represents the cultivation of love and harmony. It's a journey from discord to peace, from isolation to connection. This stage of the alchemical process requires us to nurture our inner beauty and extend it outward. Just as copper is known for its warmth and conductive properties, we too must be warm and open in our interactions. Copper, as part of the alchemical journey, reminds us that true beauty and harmony come from within. It's about creating a loving and peaceful environment that supports our spiritual growth. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of copper and Venus, we learn to value the importance of love and harmony in our lives. We discover that true spiritual growth is achieved through cultivation of compassion and the creation of beauty. Our alchemical journey brings us to Mercury, the metal associated with the planet Mercury. In alchemy, Mercury represents transformation, communication, and adaptability, key elements for personal and spiritual evolution. Mercury, also known as Quicksilver, symbolizes the qualities of fluidity, transformation, and the ability to navigate change. It signifies the importance of being adaptable and open to new possibilities on our spiritual path. In the context of spiritual alchemy, Mercury encourages us to embrace change and transformation. This stage of the journey is about being flexible, communicative, and open to the flow of life. Mercury, often depicted with the caduceus and winged sandals, symbolizes communication, travel, and the bridging of opposites. It teaches us the value of effective communication and the integration of diverse aspects of our being. To embrace the symbolism of Mercury, we must develop our ability to adapt and transform. This involves being open to new ideas, learning from our experiences, and communicating effectively with others. In alchemy, the transformation involving Mercury represents the ongoing process of personal growth and adaptation. It's a journey from rigidity to fluidity, from stagnation to dynamic change. This stage of the alchemical process requires us to be versatile and resilient. Just as Mercury can change shape and form, we too must be able to adapt to the shifting circumstances of life. Mercury, as part of the alchemical journey, reminds us that true transformation is a continuous process. It's about embracing change with grace and using our adaptability to navigate life's challenges. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of Mercury and the planet Mercury, we learn to value the importance of transformation and adaptability. We discover that true spiritual growth comes from our ability to flow with life and communicate our experiences effectively. Our alchemical journey now brings us to silver, the metal associated with the moon. In alchemy, silver represents intuition, reflection, and the subconscious, essential elements for deep spiritual insight. Silver symbolizes the qualities of the moon, receptivity, reflection, and the nurturing of our inner life. It signifies the importance of connecting with our intuition and exploring the depths of our subconscious mind. In the context of spiritual alchemy, silver encourages us to delve into our inner world. This stage of the journey is about embracing our intuitive abilities, reflecting on our experiences, and understanding our inner selves. The moon, often depicted with the crescent and water, symbolizes intuition, dreams, and the reflective nature of the soul. It teaches us the value of introspection and the wisdom that comes from within. To embrace the symbolism of silver, we must cultivate our intuitive and reflective capacities. This involves tuning into our inner voice, paying attention to our dreams, and taking time for self-reflection. In alchemy, the transformation involving silver represents the purification of our inner vision. It's a journey from obscurity to clarity, from ignorance to self-awareness. This stage of the alchemical process requires us to be receptive and open to our inner guidance. Just as silver is reflective, we too must reflect on our inner truths and allow our intuition to guide us. Silver, as part of the alchemical journey, reminds us that true insight comes from within. It's about creating a space for introspection and allowing our inner wisdom to illuminate our path. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of silver and the moon, we learn to value the importance of intuition and reflection in our lives. We discover that true spiritual growth is achieved through deep self-awareness and inner peace. Our journey through spiritual alchemy culminates with gold, the metal associated with the sun. In alchemy, gold represents perfection, enlightenment, and the highest spiritual attainment. Gold symbolizes the radiant qualities of the sun, illumination, purity, and the embodiment of divine wisdom. It signifies the ultimate goal of the alchemical process, the attainment of spiritual enlightenment. In the context of spiritual alchemy, gold is the crown of our journey. This stage is about achieving a state of enlightenment where the soul is purified and shines with divine light. The sun, often depicted with a solar disk and rays of light, symbolizes the source of life, truth, and ultimate reality. It teaches us the value of clarity, vitality, and the transformative power of illumination. To embrace the symbolism of gold, we must strive for inner purity and spiritual clarity. This involves letting go of all that is base and impure within us, and allowing our true, divine nature to shine forth. In alchemy, the transformation involving gold represents the culmination of the spiritual journey. It's a process of transmutation from the mundane to the divine, from darkness to light. This final stage of the alchemical process requires us to integrate all the lessons learned from the other metals. Just as gold is the most precious and incorruptible of metals, we too must strive to embody the highest spiritual virtues. Gold, as the pinnacle of the alchemical journey, reminds us that true enlightenment is a state of being. It's about embodying light, love, and wisdom, and radiating these qualities to the world. By understanding and embracing the symbolism of gold and the sun, we realize the full potential of our spiritual journey. We learn that true enlightenment is about becoming a beacon of light and love, illuminating the path for ourselves and others. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the 7 planetary metals of spiritual alchemy. Each metal, from lead to gold, represents a stage in our spiritual evolution, guiding us towards enlightenment. Remember, spiritual alchemy is about transforming the self, achieving inner purity, and embodying the highest virtues. It's a continuous journey of growth, reflection, and enlightenment. We hope this exploration has inspired you to embark on your own alchemical journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share with others who are seeking spiritual growth. Have a blessed journey.